You know, there's no doubt that Big Brown's performance in the Derby was a commanding one. Unfortunately, the brilliance of that display was eclipsed by the horror that unfolded after the race. For those associated with 8 Bells, their heartache won't be subsiding anytime soon, and neither will the debate over why it happened.
When I'm turning for home, it really feels good. You know, I'm coming excited, you know, it's the Kentucky Derby. You know, everybody want to win the race.
The Philly 8 Bells was second.
I don't know what happened. Everything happened so fast, you know, and I can't. When she passed it by, she feel absolutely great, you know.
8 Bells, the filly, has been injured.
I saw the horse ambulance coming, and I thought, where is it going? A few seconds later, our son was behind us, and he saw Gabriel standing on the track. It was horrifying.
And the more I looked, you know, the worse the feelings were that it could be 8 Bells.
How can they put my horse down? And, of course, by the time I got there, it was done, but they made the right call.
I think the lowest moment was when I realized it was 8 Bells, and just dealing with the fact that, that it was all over.
For the connections of 8 Bells, the next few days were filled with disbelief, questions, and many tears. While around the country, the tragedy sparked debate.
It gives a lot of people an opportunity to start screaming and yelling about the sport.
Should a filly have been running in that
Horse racing hasn't been able to get out of its own way.
Until they get some kind of unity and direction, I don't see how they're going to make any progress.
I read an email. It was just the meanest, nastiest thing about, don't you have enough money? It's all about the money. Horses should be free to run in the fields, and with the sun on their face, it was just plain ignorant.
I'm sorry that people feel like they have to try to point fingers and try to look for the negative of this game.
3 days after the race, the animal rights group PETA staged a protest, accusing jockey Gabriel Saez of abusing 8 Bells during the race and criticizing owner Rick Porter for racing the filly against the colts.
Now that I am kind of becoming the same expert on PETA that they are on horse racing, which isn't great, but enough to get my foot in my mouth, which that's where they keep theirs most of the time. It strictly is something to rally around and hoping that they're going to be raising funds from this, and I hate it.
Porter and Jones say they don't regret the decision to run their filly in the Kentucky Derby. They only wish they could erase the tragic outcome.
I felt very strongly she belonged in the Derby, and I think she proved that.
Looks like she's feeling pretty good.
I feel guilt when I start to second-guess myself. The biggest feeling I have is I wish that it hadn't, I just wish it hadn't happened.
And why she had to give her life up, for this reason, we know there's something good that has to happen for it, We know God does not make mistakes.
She broke my heart, you know what I mean? You can talking about. I don't want to remember,